and we're going for a drive.
Right now I'm in my zone. Put your eyes on me. I got the skies to show. It didn't come for free. It's been years in the making. It's been years in the making.
2020 Half-Scale Tesla Cybertruck.
By Hacksmith Industries with launch control? Wow!
Horsepower and torque!
We don't have a horsepower number, but we have a torque number. 627 pound-feet of torque.
So this is a tri-motor design, just like the actual Tesla Cybertruck.
Yes, it is. And we are at maximum speed, which is approximately 30 kilometers per hour, and my foot is to the floor.
And thank you very much to all our fans for getting us to 1 million subscribers. We appreciate you all.
Thank you all. Now we get to do crazy fun stuff after 1 million just like this.
Okay, so how did this get built? Why does this exist?
So Hacksmith Industries saw that the Cybertruck came out, was shocked at how it looked, but they couldn't buy one just like everyone else. They wanted to build their own. They do crazy stuff called Make It Real.
So they do a lot of like comic book stuff and movie stuff, put it into real life, and this time they made the Cybertruck, but half scale.
So they took all of the dimensions and halved everything. So when you do that, it kind of ends up being smaller than half scale depending on how you look at it. So if you actually have it next to a DeLorean, it looks a little different.
But it does look a lot like a DeLorean, and that's part of the cool design we can actually talk about now about the Cybertruck, because we're actually kind of reviewing one.
Yeah, and even though the DeLorean didn't inspire the design, it still kind of looks like it, and it's the same stainless steel, except this one's much thicker.
So this has 3mm thick stainless steel, just like the actual Cybertruck, and it is a full exoskeleton structure, unlike the DeLorean, which has much thinner stainless steel that is also on top of a fiberglass body.
And this also has polycarbonate glass, just like the real Cybertruck. So theoretically, this is also bulletproof?
Well, can it take a ball bearing?
Let's find out.
So unlike the real Cybertruck, we put real Tesla armor glass in. So we even got a steel ball, and you can go ahead and whip it at the window.
Like hard?
You can throw harder than that. I believe in you. Harder.
Okay. Harder?
Harder.
Can it take a hammer hit?
Let's find out.
Great build, guys.
Amazing quality.
Don't try that on a DeLorean. So looks-wise, do you like the looks of a Cybertruck?
Okay, when it first came out, it rolled out, I couldn't believe it was the real thing. I was disgusted. Now, after several months of absorbing it, I absolutely love it.
I thought it was a joke at first, and I was waiting for like the payoff, and then I got used to it. I messaged Micah, because he was there, and he's like, no, this is real. And like, I love the look of it right away, and I'm so stoked they actually did something this cool.
It's so different than any other truck has ever been, and that's kind of what the truck industry needed. So it's really cool for Tesla to shake it up. I was kind of excited for them to make a sexy looking truck because the Roadster is such a sexy looking vehicle, but this is so next level, it's gonna have the most attention ever.
This is sexier. Okay, so comparing the looks to the DeLorean, we do have a wedge shape, and it is stainless steel. They did brush it. You can watch all the videos on their build on the Hacksmith Industries channel.
Yeah, there's 4 full build videos, and there's also a Q&A on it.
Super huge thanks to Hacksmith Industries. Like, this is the coolest thing, and they did such a good job. Like, we've got the exact same wheels too.
Yeah, and there is no Continental recommended tire, but that's because these are 12-inch tires, so maybe in the future they'll have something that'll fit.
Maybe Cyber Contact 2020?
Maybe. And let's talk about the headlights. They look exactly like the Cybertruck. It's just an LED strip.
And then they've got one on the back that's all red, and it's got the full tailgate. They used rugged liner on the fenders and in the back and on the interior, which you can see right now. They do all the black parts, and it actually looks really good. Like, this thing looks so good in real life from like 50 feet away. And then up close, it looks really good, but it's obviously small.
Yeah, and the tailgate actually functions as a tailgate just like the real Cybertruck, and with a little bit of finesse, you can even get the rollout part to work as well.
They went above and beyond on the fabrication of this. Like, I am shocked at how many details they put into it.
Yeah, it looks incredible. They did a stupid good job. These guys are basically all engineers. They're probably the smartest people we've ever talked to or met.
And then to get inside of it, it doesn't have doors on the side like a normal car would. It has a roof entry, but that means it has up doors just like the DeLorean.
Yeah, gull-wing doors. And these guys even went to the extreme detail of having the Cybertruck plate and making it glow on the rear end.
Killed it, knocked it out of the park. I'm so excited to be driving this.
And so let's talk about some performance stuff. They actually did the Ford F-150 towing test where they took this and placed it against an F-150, so watch their channel to see what happened there. So now let's talk about how this thing is to actually drive. I'm gonna send it into corner 1 at Toronto Motorsports Park. Okay, it's pretty slow. They capped it at 30 kilometers an hour, but they can change the motors and make it go faster.
But I guess right now, the desire was to have more torque, which it can do because you saw the truck thing.
Exactly. So if we were to launch it again, I'm just gonna slow down with my foot brake.
Wait, no, let me use the actual electric brake.
Oh, okay. So that works a lot better than the drum brakes in the back. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh! Okay, that launches incredibly well.
But then it stops super early.
Yes, it does.
But you know what I was wondering? Is a half-scale Tesla Cybertruck faster than an actual DeLorean?
I don't know. Let's find out with the drag race.
All right, we got the drag race of the century, a GMC DeLorean versus the half-scale Cybertruck. Are you ready? I know you're ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, that obviously was not faster. Let's shorten that out because it is electric. It might get a boost.
Drag race number 2.
3, 2, 1, go! Another 10 feet. It would have had it.
All right, this thing is really slow.
Yes, it is. But it's really fast off the line because of electric motors. So we do have 1 electric motor in the back, 2 in the front wheels, just like a real tri-motor Cybertruck. And this is basically built with golf cart parts. So all golf cart axles, and then they fabbed up their own leaf spring suspension for this. And handling, honestly, there's a lot of play in the steering wheel, but it does turn. So kudos to them for making a thing that drives.
Yeah, this thing's unreal. I can't wait to get behind the wheel of it.
How about right now?
Okay, let's do it. Let me hit the brakes. Ready?
All right, let's switch it up.
Okay.
Should we show them the process of switching it up?
Oh, of course.
Okay. All right. So you got to get out first.
We have to unlock the roof.
Well, it was never locked because of my head. But there is a normal lock if you're not 6'1.5".
So I get in on the passenger side and then I scooch over, and then my left leg has to go around the suspension to the brake pedal and my right one on the gas. You know what? I got a ton of room. I'm not even that uncomfortable.
All right. So now I'm going to jump in beside you. And let's see what I have to do to contort myself around the cameras and the suspension. I think I'm in.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. That was a process for me because cameras, but otherwise I would have fit.
Can you drop the roof all the way?
Yeah, on my
Okay,
head.
so usually if you're my height, 5'8.5", you can actually close it.
There's a latch.
And the latch and everything is controlled by the infotainment, which we'll talk about in a second.
And to get into it, there's actually a Tesla key card, so that does lock that.
So to unlock our half-scale Cybertruck, we use a key card just like the real thing.
So this is gonna be my first launch at 1 million subscribers.
I think we've earned it, Yuri. Send it.
The power!
Okay.
This thing moves around a ton while driving it, but I'm not complaining because I'm actually driving a Cybertruck.
Yeah, and sorry for my leg here, but I can actually see the wheel and the full suspension, so I don't want to get my foot caught in it.
Yeah, it does feel kind of sketchy having my shoe right next to the tire, but I'll be careful.
So let's talk about this interior, Yuri.
Oh wait, it is a 2-seater.
Quite.
And you can fit. It's not that good if you're 6'1.5", but
No.
5'8.5", perfect fit. Very race car feel.
Oh yeah, this is like Formula 1 style.
And then the first thing you'll notice is we have a Tesla steering wheel. So it's really just a golf cart steering wheel with the tops and bottom chopped off and the Tesla logo. It looks fantastic.
And then just like the real Cybertruck, we have a central screen, which is an iPad.
It's an infotainment.
Sorry, you're right.
Okay, so it actually has a bunch of screens just like the actual Teslas do. It looks very similar, but it's all built through a website. And then you can control your ignition through there, drive, and reverse.
Let's go into ludicrous mode.
Oh yeah, that button doesn't work right now.
Aw, man.
And you can also unlock and lock the door through there and the tailgate and the tonneau cover, which is not fully built yet. And then we can also control all of our lights through here. We've got a lot of cool lights everywhere, but I just really love the headlights and the tail lights.
Yeah, they look so cool.
And then we've also got all our battery and voltage meters and everything. Not stuff that I can really understand, but they told me not to go below 40.
Yeah, below 40 voltages, volts.
And then we also have navigation and music, but the music's not really working right now, but I have seen their navigation work and it looks really snazzy.
And on the dash, we actually have a marble dash. This is like the fanciest dash I've maybe ever seen.
Just like the actual Cybertruck.
Well, the concept. We'll see if the real one comes out with a marble dash.
So far, the actual Cybertruck is the concept.
Fair enough. And this is obviously a prototype built off what they saw from the Cybertruck at the reveal. And in this interior are where all the batteries are. So they're actually right behind the seats over here.
Yes, and unfortunately for us, there are no seatbelts, but there are kind of a seatbelt.
Yeah. So we'll just buckle it.
Let's just avoid that.
Yeah, pretty much.
And what do you think of the view from inside here? Like if the actual Cybertruck comes out looking like this with these cool panels, like that is going to be really cool.
Oh yeah, I don't have a blind spot in here except behind us, which they can add a camera to this one, so I'm sure the real Cybertruck won't have any problems with that.
Do we have any cup holders in here?
No, we don't actually.
I should probably put in a special request for their next video to have those.
What about the visors?
It does not have them. I feel like they should have one of those ones that just turns on all dark when you click the button.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
That'd be the Visor of the Year award.
It would be, but we do have a tinted glass, so there's that. But I am getting sun blasted on my face. And there's also an emergency button in here that you gotta smash just in case everything goes wrong, but I don't think they've ever had to press it because they did such a good job with it.
And as for climate control, as long as you're moving, it's really not that bad. Like, how good are you?
I'm pretty sweaty, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, I feel good in here.
It is nice to have my head prop this open to get like nice airflow through here.
And what if I give it a little handling test through the S's? This is imaginary cliche corner.
It's actually not that bad.
On a golf course, this thing would kill.
Oh my god, I would love to take this golfing.
So we mentioned that there's actual brakes connected by wire, and then there's this electronic brake. So I'm gonna give full normal brakes.
Go full brakes. There are drums in the back.
Okay.
Very slow. Now
Very
floor
slow.
it. And ready?
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
So the portable electric brake is the thing you need to like really use.
Yes.
I wonder why more cars don't have a portable electric brake they have to
I
hold.
wonder.
And what do you think of the suspension? Did they get the damping right?
No, I'm sorry guys, you really didn't. But it's a Cybertruck, so who cares? Oh.
Then it can't off-road. They were driving it in the snow and drifting. You can send more power to the rear, but it's not set up for that right now. Tesla autopilot, engage. Man, this thing is great. I got my eyes closed. I can't tell the difference.
Hey Yuri, do you think this thing could do a donut?
They said it might be able to.
Let's try it. That is the sketchiest thing I have ever experienced.
World's first Cybertruck donut. So driving it's kind of a nightmare though, right?
Oh yeah, totally. But the best nightmare.
But is it worth it or what? Like I wish I could drive this thing on the streets. Like go through downtown Toronto and this would be the coolest thing in the world.
Oh yeah, it's one of those nightmares you wake up from, you're like, whoa, wait,
Yeah.
let's do it again.
So now we should probably talk about the cost it takes to build one of these things.
Okay, so everyone knows the Cybertruck price, which starts at around 39,000 US dollars.
And the most you can get is 69,000 US.
Yes, for the tri-motor. So this is a tri-motor design. However, this is a prototype, half scale. It cost them approximately $50,000 to build this.
Including materials and labor, because Hacksmith Industries does have a big team.
Yeah, there are a bunch of engineers. There's a lot of labor that went into this. This is all stainless steel. They had to do everything by hand.
It's the most impressive thing I've ever seen. Would you pay $50,000 to have one of these right now?
Yes, and I honestly kind of regret not ordering my own Cybertruck.
But would you pay for that for one of these prototypes to have this?
Yes, and I would put it in the bed of my real Cybertruck.
So thank you very much, Hacksmith Industries, for giving us this Cybertruck to review for 1 million subscribers. Thank you all of the 1 million subscribers and everyone who ever watched our channel. If you haven't subscribed yet and you feel like subscribing, go on ahead.
Let's see how fast we can get to 2 million subscribers, because it took us about 8 years to get to 1 million. I started the channel in 2012, and I'm so grateful for everyone that's watched us and supported us from then on.
We've got a lot of people to thank. We're gonna have to do another video for that, but that's coming. We really appreciate you all, and
That's it.
that's it.
Thank you.
1 million.
Yes!
Woo!
Cybertruck! Half scale.